So if you're new here, you should know that this channel is under a shadow ban. The people who run this platform are purposely blocking my numbers. So I need you to like, subscribe, and share to combat this. Thank you in advance.
This is the narrative. Here's the thing with the OJ situation. Somebody said Stephen A. Smith was just on Hannity. Was he campaigning for butter biscuits? Was Stephen A. campaigning? Because let me tell you something. The known bootlicks are out here campaigning for butter biscuits right now with this OJ thing. The bootlicks are out here campaigning right now, family. The bootlicks are doing their thing like Mark Lamont Schill. Did y'all see him? Let me show some of his tweets. OJ, what did he say? OJ Simpson is dead. Do not make him a hero or a martyr. So he's out here trying to audition for a job. OJ Simpson was an abusive liar who abandoned his community long before he killed 2 people in cold blood. His acquittal for murder was the correct and necessary result of a racist criminal legal system, but he's still a monster, not a martyr. Shut up, dude. This is the narrative that OJ was planning a flight to Chicago to do an autograph signing or whatever. And that whole day he just was, he was so upset. He was so dejected. And he went to his daughter's recital and he saw Nicole's family earlier that day and he was so angry. He was so mad and he was out of himself that day. Remember, they were saying that. But what happened was somebody had a camera that day and they filmed OJ earlier that day. Some random person, and nobody knew this. This came out later. And they actually filmed OJ interacting with his kids. He was happy and perfect and fine. So OJ put on a sweatsuit because Kato Kalin said OJ had on a sweatsuit. And according to the prosecutors, OJ also had on some Bruno Magli shoes, which are some dress shoes that don't go with no damn sweatsuit. Then he put on a skull cap. For what reason, I don't know. Why would he put on a skull cap? Who is he trying to hide from? He's going to murder his wife, but he put on a skull cap. Was that supposed to be a damn disguise? So he put on a skull cap, sweatsuit, Bruno Magli shoes, and then some gloves that were too damn small. Then hopped in his Bronco with a knife, sped over there to the ex-wife's house. And then the dog saw him and started barking like crazy. But it's his damn dog. He's the one who bought the dog. So why is the dog barking at him crazy? Because neighbors said they heard the dog barking. OJ bought the dog. That was OJ's dog, basically. So a dog ain't gonna really go crazy for somebody the dog knows. Yeah? Oh yeah, somebody mentioned Glenn Rogers. Now Glenn Rogers was this white man who was doing work on Nicole's house some time earlier before the murders, and Glenn Rogers turned out to be a damn serial killer, and then he said he confessed, but they dismissed that too. All right? This white man turned out to be a serial killer. But forget about all that. All right, they said, hey, forget about all that. They said, we're going to put it on OJ. So again, OJ goes over there in the Bronco, and in a 25-minute time span, OJ jumps out, kills Nicole with a knife, slits her throat and damn near decapitates her, and then kills Ron Goldman, not knowing Ron was going to be there. And Ron Goldman has defense wounds all on his knuckles where he was fighting for his life. And he's a martial artist. So he was fighting the hell out of somebody. So both of them are dead. OJ leaves, gets rid of the bloody clothes, the knife and everything, and cleans himself up. Gets home just in time to finish packing and get in a limo and go to the airport on time. And he did this murder, changing of clothes and getting rid of the murder evidence, and turned back up at home like nothing happened in a 25-minute time span. You have to be super Negro to do that. All right? Family, what they don't tell you, there are other witnesses who said at around 10:30, because what they're saying, OJ's flight was at 11. So I think he was at the airport at 11. So they're saying that OJ left the house and committed the murders around 10:35, 10:40, something like that. We didn't really have the internet like that. So all of the information about the OJ trial we got from the white media, and it was very much slanted. They were on there lying their asses off. Everything was anti-OJ, and they understood something. The whole OJ did it narrative, that was the moneymaker. Telling the truth about what happened, what really happened, most likely they knew that the killers would probably be people who were associated with Ron and Nicole and all of the other shiesty people that they were around. Ron and Nicole, those people were surrounded by shiesty people. They were surrounded by criminals. They never tell you this. This is why in the first trial, they didn't have none of Ron and Nicole's friends on the stand, because they knew Johnny Cochran and those guys would eat them alive, because most of their friends were criminals. Most of their friends and associates were criminals. So they didn't want to play that game by putting them on the stand. And also with OJ, they wanted to use him as a symbol and a proxy for black people so they can get revenge for the LA riots, because they didn't like the LA riots. They felt like they took an L with the LA riots, because black people in LA gave the city and the state $1 billion bill. The LA riots racked up $1 billion bill for the city. And the PR was horrible for the city. It was no justice, no peace. If we don't get no justice, nobody's gonna get no peace. We're gonna make the whole city hot. So with this murder popping off, they tried to pin it on OJ because that's where the money was. You pin it on OJ, everybody was gonna come up.
What's up, Tariq? How are you?
I'm good, Mr. Paul. So how are you?
I'm doing good. This might actually surprise you, but I think OJ was innocent as well.
Yeah. A lot of people in the dominant white society know that OJ is actually innocent, but they had to get on the white supremacist code. That's what it was. Y'all know he's innocent. Y'all know good and well OJ didn't do all that.
I think he was. Did you ever hear the theory that it was his son that might have done it?
Yeah, I don't believe that. I don't believe that at all. I believe that this was a damn drug hit. Faye Resnick and Nicole Brown were drug addicts. They were up there snorting everybody's dope, laying up with dudes all over Brentwood and Beverly Hills, and they owed some dope money. And in the 90s, people didn't play games about their dope money. They would come get you, kidnap you, tie you up, smack you down, and chop you up. That was what the vibe was in the 90s. So I said the OJ case, the Los Angeles police, they know this was like some kind of mob hit, a drug hit. They know that. But that's not where the money was. The money was, okay, this woman got hit in a drug debt situation, but this is the ex-wife of OJ. So they started doing the Birdman hand rub. They like, wait a minute. We could use this. What if we just sprinkle a little something here and sprinkle a little something there, and instead of it's just being a typical drug murder, which is what we get in LA every other week, we got a celebrity connected to it. So let's milk this thing. So let's put a little something here, put a little something there, and we put this thing on OJ, and we go after OJ. Man, we got careers for the rest of our lives. We can be, the detective can become the chief of police off this. The prosecutor can become the mayor. We can get book deals. This was going to be a career-changing moment if they put it on OJ, which is what they did. They put it on OJ. And notice a lot of the white supremacists try to play this game. Well, OJ said he's not black, he's OJ. And in that TV show they did about the OJ trial, the recent one with Cuba Gooding Jr., which was very good, by the way, they were trying to play up the whole OJ didn't like the black community stuff. And we didn't fall for that. We didn't fall for that. Yeah, we know OJ got a little coon train in him, but that's, it is what it is. OJ wasn't really shitting on the black community. He wasn't doing no Jesse Lee Peterson or Candace Owens type of thing. He didn't dump on the black community. He wasn't known for that. Yeah, he chased white women all over the damn place, but he didn't dump on the black community. I'm telling you, deep down, most of these suspected white supremacists know good and well OJ didn't kill them people. They know that. They know that. But the thing is, they like to do the I'm white and I say so. And I'm white and I say so is supposed to be the law. And when I'm white and I say so don't work, it's like, oh, there's a flaw in the system. See, they get off on getting a situation or getting a case where they know a person is innocent, but they are making them guilty by using I'm white and I say so. That's the sweetness of white supremacy. Yeah, we know you're innocent, but we're white and we say so. So we can change reality. And the black people of Los Angeles said, hell no, not this time.
Hey, so here's the thing: the LAPD has always been the biggest gang in LA. Everybody knows that.
Right,
One, two. The Mezzaluna restaurant has been connected to like crazy amounts of drug dealing stuff, which like obviously like Nicole was connected to. Ron Goldman like worked there. I think he was the wrong place, wrong time. I
right,
think like you know what I'm saying, right?
right. Yes.
Um, I think that's a big factor of it. I think like OJ at the age he was, not having like scrapes and bruises on his body at what almost 50 years old. What was he like 48 in 1995 or whatever?
Yeah.
Okay, we're talking about a guy with rheumatoid arthritis who is in his late 40s, who had no marks on his body, who allegedly killed two people in a 30-minute span, right?
25 minutes. 20. It was 25 minutes. When he
25 minutes. So
yeah.
okay. So a guy who was in shape, a 25-year-old, unfortunate that he lost his life. But we're talking about an older guy who played in the NFL. With it. Most NFL players, when they retire or whatnot, like their bodies are out of it. Like, so you're telling me that O.J. Simpson fought this guy like and had no bruises or nothing when even when on the autopsy of Goldman had like marks on his hands.
Right, right. Goldman had all types of defense wounds. Yes, he did. Now, Orderland, hop in, man, because you hopping in and cutting folks off. What's up, man?
How did he write a book called "What Happened If I Did Do It"?
So he can make money off white supremacists, like a genius, and he's a genius for doing that.
a,
A genius.
ge- a
Yep,
genius.
yep. He
I
gonna milk
think.
them
All right.
white supremacists.
How do you
He milk
explain
that.
all his? How do you explain all his DNA all over the scene? How do you explain the fibers from the white Bronco? Why did he run? Why didn't he just go to the cops and explain
Okay. Number
exactly what
one, he
happened?
did.
All
Number
right.
one,
Drop
he
some
did.
knowledge. Drop some
Okay, let me
knowledge,
drop.
Tariq. I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Will you shut the fuck up and let me drop it?
No.
All right, calm your ass down. This ain't a mayonnaise factory. Now, which lie do you want me to debunk first? The DNA? You mean the DNA that Mark Furman planted?
Pure cross-examination defense attorney
No.
tactics.
If they ask somebody, did you plant evidence, and you say, I plead the fifth, that means you did it.
He pled the fifth on all sorts of shit.
Uh-huh. That was
Did
a
you
yes or
watch
no
the
question.
video? He was pleading fifth
That
left
was
and right.
that means no. That's a yes or no question. If somebody
Okay.
asks you in court if you planted evidence and you don't say no, you did it. And
That's
then
because he was being advised by his attorney because he got
uh
absolutely blown up for that
because
racist shit, which is
right,
fair.
because they knew that he was going to get perjured if he lied and said no, he didn't plant it, and they proved his ass planted it. They proved
Yeah,
he
but if you watch that whole video, he pled the fifth on almost everything.
because his ass planted the damn evidence, and then they
You don't
found.
know that. That's just defense
Yeah,
attorney
I
talk.
do know it
That's
because they found video of him talking to that screenwriter, admitting that he plants evidence on black people. Not only did they show it in the trial, they showed the blood evidence that they collected from OJ had a chemical called EDTA in it, meaning that it had to come from a vial where it was stored. So they kept proving over and over that that shit was planted. Also, Nicole Brown Simpson had somebody else's DNA under her damn fingernails that wasn't OJ's. Do some research, dude. We didn't research this thing left and right.
I mean, I'm a little drunk right now. And
I bet you are. Get your drunk ass out of
All
here.
right, all right. Peace out, bro.
All right, yeah, I ain't playing games with y'all. I'm not gonna come up here with that bullshit. We know this case, dude. Y'all know that? Some of y'all don't even know that stuff. They found y'all Google everything I'm saying. Nicole Brown had somebody else's damn DNA under her fingernails, and they never said that in the media.